We are so fucking back. I forgot how much I missed this. Hi guys. Back from New York with less money, but lots of more knowledge, I gotta say. New York gave me a lot. It took a lot, but it gave me a lot. I am here today because I want to share something that I want to say I created for my clients, but I really created for myself. Because what I found in New York was that I felt like I was always losing the balance. I was always stressed for something. I was always moving. I was always almost missing my homeostasis. So I thought, let's create something that might help me. I will be the taste test. I will be the rat lab. If it works on me, then I can share it with others. That is how I created the Harmony Formula. Oh, and by the way, welcome back to Your Metamorphosis podcast. You know when you get into one bad thought that causes a second bad thought, and all of a sudden you're spiraling, you're angry, you're frustrated. The people around you seem to just they don't fucking get it. They don't get it. You don't want their advice. You just lost in this spiral and you don't know what to do, because of course it feels awful to feel awful, but it also feels good in some way. It feels good to pity yourself. But the problem is that once you live in this pitiful state for so long, you get chemically addicted to that state. Now I have a whole episode on that, so if you're interested in that, click that episode. For today, we want to focus on hey, let's get out of this emotional state. Let's get out of this reaction. Let's escape this feeling and come back to ourselves. Now, there are multiple ways to do that. You can do that through movement, you could do that through breathing, journaling, going for a walk, running, expression, creativity, drawing, anything that works for you. But I knew that I needed a formula, something structured that would help me all the time, so that whenever I felt that spiraling coming, I would grab it and I would immediately know how to fix it. Now, because I love you so much, I'm gonna share that with you today. Grab your drink, your tea, whatever you want, and just take notes. Steal my knowledge. Oh my God, steal it and use it for you. I got you. Now, you will notice that it will look like an equation, because it is. It's a formula. Number one thing to do, identify. I need you to pause, to breathe, and name. Name the emotion that you're feeling, that you are feeling. Naming that emotion will allow you to not identify with it. That would look like, I am feeling stressed, and not I am stressed. You are not an emotion. You're not a thought. But when you identify with an emotion, you kind of take the whole responsibility and weight and almost identity of it. You are not an emotion. So when you're spiraling and you're feeling angry, you're fuming for how angry or sad or whatever it is that you're feeling, just pause. What am I feeling? It's important that you take the time to name the emotions. You could feel multiple things at the same time, but try to focus on the main one. I am feeling sad. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling lonely. All of these emotions are valid. Now, I want you to understand, the faster you deal with the emotion, the faster it will go away. The more you avoid it, the more it will come back over and over and over again. And you will feel like you're being an awful human being to those that surround you, because you kind of are being an asshole. So the faster you name the emotion, the faster you find the culprit. Okay, I've got this emotion in me that's causing me to be angry, to be sad. I found it. Number two, is this a real immediate threat? Whenever we are in a tumultuous emotional state, your body thinks that you are being chased by a bear, because essentially you're stressed. And everyone seems to be addicted to stress these days. They almost gloat. Yeah, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Once again, identify with the emotion as this person who is stressed, as if stress doesn't kill. Stress is the worst thing that you could have on a long term, because you have to understand your body is a perfect machine. Imagine your whole body is walking on very thin ice. The more you add stress, the more you add weight, and the chances of the ice breaking because of the weight increase every time you stay in a stressful state longer and longer. So A tumultuous emotional state will cause you stress, and stress equals a threat to the body. Now, once you've identified the emotion, I need you to ask yourself this: is this a real immediate threat? That is a bear chasing me? Is a man chasing me? That could happen. Is the threat in front of me? If yes, fight or flight, run, get away, escape. If the threat is not in front of you, that it's in your head. You're either living in the past or you're living in the future. That means anxiety. That means that the only time you should actually be living, which is now, because you only have now, because the past doesn't exist and the future doesn't exist, you're missing it. You're missing the now. You are detaching yourself from your body and you are attaching it to the external. Anything that stimulates you, you react because you don't have to. You don't have to. That's the beauty of it. Just because there's something that stimulates you, that triggers you, doesn't mean that you have to give your power away. So if this threat is not in front of you, then you are reacting to it. Now, there are 5 things that you can do in that case. Disassociate from the feeling. Once again, I am not the feeling. I am feeling a feeling. So I am not stressed. I am feeling stressed. Number 2, recenter. Breathe. You're not even breathing. Your body is already stressed. You're adding more stress because you don't breathe. Hey, breathe. Number 3, refocus. Come back to your present moment. Number 4, reframe. Try to see the situation, this event from a different point of view. Flip the point of view. That is your biggest asset when it comes to things happening to you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Try to see the beauty in that. And number 5, repeat. Repeat all of this anytime you feel like you're spiraling and the threat is not in front of you. Now we are gonna go even further. Once we've identified whether or not the threat is in front of us, we are gonna ask ourselves, is it within my control or is it outside of my control? Is this thing within my control? Can I actually do something to change the scenario? Yes, no. If it's outside of your control, you have to understand that worrying and being even more stressed is just gonna make the situation worse. You have to see worrying as a fog, okay, that gets in your brain and clouds your vision, your judgment. You become someone else. Your cells become selfish. They do not communicate with each other. It dysregulates your body. There's no communication in your body. How can you live without communication within? You will feel awful within and the outside will reflect that because everything is you. Everything is a mirror. Everyone is you pushed out. So if you are being awful because you are feeling awful, then all you will see is awful because it's what your brain will know. This is science. It's not magic, it's science. This is how your brain works. So if you know that the threat is not in front of you and it's outside of your control, then why are you worrying? There's nothing to worry. Come back to homeostasis. Come back to yourself. Try to make the situation better for yourself. Now, here's the interesting part. If it is within your control, do I want to react or do I want to feel better? Now, the first question is not a trick question. It's an honest question because sometimes we are so used to swallowing feelings and almost feeling like we can't react. We can't be babies. We can. We can. In a safe space, we can. If your goal is to just cry, I want to react because I want to express my feelings, then it's within your right. Have your cry, express your feelings, let it out, okay? Don't identify with the emotion, but just let the emotion come out of you like a wave. So validate your feelings because sometimes all we need to do is feel. Emotions are your body's way to communicate with you, to notify you that, hey, something's wrong. Hey, I need your help. I need your attention. So don't get angry at your body. Listen. Now, if your goal is to resolve the problem and stop feeling awful, here's the magic trick. Follow your bliss. That means, imagine you're in this state, you're crying. All you need to do is ask yourself, What's one thing that I can focus on, that I can say, that I can do, that I can think that will elevate my emotional state even a little bit? I'm going to give you a personal example that changed my life. And it's the reason why I'm even here doing this, and I've coached and helped a lot of people. I was in Bali. We were having a class. It was on the last week of my yoga training, and all of a sudden I felt this emotional wave come, and I was crying, and I wasn't even listening to the lesson. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just feeling. And then I stopped myself and I said, okay, Gaia, I hear you. I know you need to react. Do you think that you could react maybe a little later today? And I let myself wander. And whilst I was wandering, I noticed a dream catcher that was black and white. It was beautiful. It was big. You know, it was moving because of the wind blowing. It was beautiful. And so I focused on that. I removed my attention from the problem, from the emotional state. I starved it of my attention. And I just kept focusing on that dream catcher. So much so that I found myself smiling. I found myself almost being in awe of this dream catcher. It felt like a magical moment. What followed after truly changed my life, because all of a sudden I found myself with a microphone in my hand and I was coaching a group of 30 people. Someone asked, does anybody want to add anything? And I said, hey, fuck it, let's do it. And I started to share my knowledge when it came to mindset coaching and creation, manifesting, how your brain works. And all of a sudden, I found myself talking and coaching, and people were asking questions and I was answering. There was no fear. There was just this blissful feeling of doing exactly what I was meant to do. I searched for myself to the end of the world. I came from a very small city, O Paese, in Italy, and in Bali I found my purpose. And in New York, I found love, and I found myself again. Now, if it hadn't been for that single decision of can I react after and can I shift my focus, can I follow my bliss, I probably would not have been here, because I would have continued to cry. I would have never raised my hand, and who knows. I don't want you to underestimate how important following your bliss is. It could be as simple as, all right, I'm crying, but let me focus on this rose just for a little bit, because it's gonna make me feel better, because it's pretty. Or, okay, I know I'm crying and I want to listen to sad music, but how about I listen to Disney songs or watch a funny video? Everyone has their comfort creator, their comfort video. Mine personally is Brittany Broski plus Trix Mattel. That is the combo. They just get it and they always make me feel happy. Now let's take just one step back to the question, do I want to react? If you do want to react, good. Do whatever you need to do and then follow your bliss. At the end of the cycle, there's always follow your bliss. Now you can't really go from identify to follow your bliss. Try a little bit to swing in it, okay? Don't just teleport yourself from feeling the emotion to following your bliss. Don't just blindly run. I'm walking you through this process because I want it to become automatic to you, because the faster it becomes automatic, the faster and the easier you will walk this path by yourself, and you will realize that nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. There isn't a big guy from the sky that is teaching you a lesson and wants you to be in pain. No, you are choosing to be in pain, because your pain, your emotional pain, could stop right now if you allowed it to stop. If you allowed yourself to stop identifying with said emotion. So following your bliss would look like this. What is one thing that I can do, think, say, listen, focus on that will get me one step closer to where I want to go, or to who I want to be, or to how I want to feel? It's that simple. It's simple, but it's not easy. But it's worth it, because you are worth it. And then with time, you could ask yourself, what triggered it? What was the thing that made me spiral? How can I avoid it or act better next time? How would the highest version of myself act? These questions will come after, okay? Maybe a couple of days after You can go back and observe it. Don't just do it immediately. Feel, experience, walk the path, or it might work immediately for you. What matters is that you try and try and try because you are worth the effort. If you take away just one thing from this podcast, please let it be this. You are worth the effort. You are worth the time, the money, everything you invest in it. Your happiness is the most important thing that you could have for yourself. Purpose and happiness make you a better person. But that's just being selfish. It doesn't help anything. No, listen to me. You being a better human being because you're happy, because you found your purpose, makes you a better human. It's that easy. Now don't you worry. I will leave the harmony formula down below for you to download and keep within you. You can keep it in your pictures. You can have it as your lock screen. You can have it however you want. Now again, the reason I'm doing this is because I want people to be helped and be able to help themselves. It's always been my mission, always will be. Now I'm so happy that we got to hang out together. If you enjoyed it, please follow, share, comment, do whatever you need to do. These intel, I give them to my clients, but I'm giving them to you because I kind of love you, okay? Sorry for loving you, goddammit. I'm definitely gonna do another episode on New York and how I found love and everything that New York gave me. That's a crazy story, so I'm gonna need a whole video just for that. To those that listen to this episode, I hope it helped you a little bit. I hope it gave you some hope, some clarity. It's all I ever wanted. Wherever you are in the world, I wish you the best day, week, month, year of your life, and know that I love you very, very, very much. Happy transformation.